Hey there, guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of It's a Sports World. Today we'll be covering the women's gymnastics team for Team USA, and a team led by Simone Biles. Of course, Simone Biles has been an absolute phenom for gymnastics, an absolute legend. Everybody knows who she is. I've been watching these gymnastics for a while, and for as long as I can remember, we've always been very good at our women's gymnastics. I remember back Gabby Douglas, Allie Raisman. I mean, there is so many United States women's gymnasts that have gone on to become legends, and that is something that the United States has always been very good at. And I look forward to these 5 women doing just the same. You're looking at Hasley Rivera, Jade Carey, Simone Biles, Suni Lee, and Jordan Childs are your 5 women going to be heading Team USA in just a couple weeks. I believe we're only 15 days away now from the big event. All right, guys, so these 5 women are absolutely amazing, and we're going to get into some of these stats. Like I said, we're going to do a deep dive on it. So we're going to talk about the team first before we start jumping into each individual person. Let's start off real quick talking about this team. This is the oldest women's gymnastics team the U.S. has ever sent to the games. It's just a fact. Everybody is above, except, I believe, everybody except Hasley Rivera is above the age of 20. Hasley, I believe, is 16. I think she is 16. Now, I know she's 16. So that will be very exciting to see. It's an older group, so very different. The United States women, you never really saw that because the United States women's national team was always younger teenagers. And, because of the way that the NCAA has changed around with the easing of the name, likeness, and image rule, you can now continue to be in the Olympics past those teenage years. You can have some of these older. That's why you can see Simone Biles inside of this. That is what makes this team a little bit special here, and you're going to see. I think you're going to start seeing more of this as the Olympics go on in the future, without a doubt. This team is also, I think, very talented. I think during the trials, if anybody watched them during the trials, they looked really good and very few mistakes. Simone Biles looked like she was back in prime form. This group of women is going to be so much fun to watch. We're going to start off with the longest tenured gymnast in this group, Simone Biles. And, of course, everybody knows who Simone Biles was. Let's flash back. 2020 was rough, or 2021, whatever you want to say, in Tokyo when she acquired the twisties, and which means she loses balance in the air, by the way, for those who don't know. Once she acquired that, she did not really return to the Olympics. She did not have the performance everybody thought she was going to have. She took a year off following that and came back in 2022, I think, to start training and started competing again in 2023. I think the U.S. In 2023, the U.S. all-around balance beam and floor exercise champion, and she was the uneven bars bronze medalist. She did really well. Now, in just 2024, just these trials, she was the all-around uneven bars balance beam and floor exercise champion. So when I say that she is back to her prime and she is back in full force, Simone Biles is back. That right there is the Simone Biles we thought that we were only going to see back when she was in her early 20s, but she's killing it. And I think that Simone Biles has a chance to walk out with more gold medals again. She has been absolutely amazing. She's 27 years old. She'll be the oldest female gymnast to compete in the Olympics in 72 years. So that's just saying something. And not the fact that she's just going to be the oldest woman to compete in 72 years, but she's going to probably be a champion while doing it, and it's going to be very interesting. She is awesome. She is definitely going to be fun to watch. She is tied with Shannon Miller for the most Olympic medals for USA Gymnastics. She just needs one more, and I can almost promise you she's going to get it. So you're looking at history. You're looking at, in my opinion, she's going to end up being the most Olympic medaled woman. I think that's the way you could say that. She's going to have the most medals from an Olympic woman for the USA Gymnastics team other than anybody. That's probably the right way to say it. She is going to be so much fun, the rest of this team. I'm very, very excited to see Simone back in action along with the rest of the United States. The next person we're going to talk about here is Suni Lee, and she is amazing, and it's good to see her back in a U.S. leotard. Very, very exciting to see, and I will be watching her as well. Now, in 2020, she was the Olympic all-around champion. Of course, USA won team and the silver medalist, and the uneven bars. She was the uneven bars bronze medalist, and she also advanced to the balance beam final. I want you to remember that, though, because since then, balance beam has seemed to be her life. She, in 2022, was the NCAA balance beam champion and all-around silver medalist. In 2023, she was the U.S. balance beam bronze medalist. And then in 2024, she became the U.S. balance beam silver medalist. So I would say you definitely are going to have to watch Suni Lee to see how well she performs. And I think, it isn't going to be the first time she's going to have gold, but I wouldn't be surprised if she grabs it again. I'm very, very excited to see how well she performs in these Olympics. Now, there's a couple storylines with her. It's kind of crazy if you didn't know. She missed almost a year with 2 kidney diseases. She had to literally be bedridden, basically. Couldn't move. She was very, very weak. And she has come back, and she is stronger than ever. She's a silver medalist in 2024, so earlier this year. She's bronze medalist last year, and I think she has a chance to take home that silver gold again. She's going to be very, very interesting to watch. Coming from NBC News, I do want to get a quote from NBC News. This is what her goals are. I am saying it is coming from NBC News. She said, I want to make it to the all-around finals. I want to be in the top 3 for the bars final, and I really want a beam gold. And that's why I say you need to keep an eye on her in the balance beam, because that's what she's going for, and she wants gold. And I would not be surprised if she gets it. She is talented. She is amazing. It's going to be very, very awesome to watch. She is a veteran talent on this team. She's a star on the uneven bars. Like I said before, she's been a medalist. She's been to the Olympics before, and I think she is going to do very well on the balance beam. That's what she's shooting for. I'm very, very excited to see how she does. All right, and now the third one we're going to talk about on this team is Jade Carey, and since 2020, on her Olympic floor exercise, when she was a champion, I can tell you right now, she took off, and she has been in the gymnastics world ever since, and this has a chance to be a very big Olympics for her. Let's just go through some of her achievements since Tokyo. All right, in 2022, she was the NCAA uneven bars silver medalist, and she went to Oregon State. In 2022, she also won the U.S. vault champion and the floor exercise silver medalist. You can just see in 2022 she started taking off, but it's not done yet. 2022, she became the world team and vault champion and floor exercise bronze medalist, and she also advanced to the all-around final. 2022 was her year, and it was very, very exciting to watch, but she didn't let 2022 be her only year. 2023, she went right back to it. She became the balance beam silver medalist, and in 2023, she became the U.S. vault bronze medalist. So, an amazing 2023 for her. And then 2024 has been no different. She is continuing to improve her craft. 2024, she's the NCAA all-around and floor exercise silver medalist and balance beam bronze medalist. Again, Oregon State. In 2024, she also became the U.S. vault bronze medalist. I don't know. Just said that, but I might have. But very, very exciting. She qualified in second place behind Biles heading into the vault, but she tripped and it kind of messed her up. So a fluke, I guess you could call it, and she's been credited, and that's basically a big reason for her coming back, and she's so motivated for this Olympic comeback for those reasons. Very, very exciting for her. This one in out. So all in all, I think Jade is absolutely going to shine in the Olympics, and I don't see another way. I think she's been killing it since 2020. She's going to kill it in 2024. I'm very excited. I want to see her really kill it, and I just can't wait. And the fourth one we're talking about today, Hazley Rivera. And she is not just the youngest woman on the gymnastics team, but she is the youngest woman in all of Team USA. She is 16 years old. I can tell you right now, I didn't even know what I wanted to do when I was 16-year-old. Not even, she's thinking about getting a gold medal, and she's thinking about, I mean, it's crazy. I didn't even know what I wanted to be when I was 16, and here she is shining in Paris. She will be shining in Paris. She hasn't shined yet, but she will. I mark my words. I'm very, very excited. Secured the 5th place all-around at the U.S. Olympic Trials, which was very, very cool to see. She is now, like I told you before, she is the youngest competitor representing Team USA in any sport. And there's a lot of sports in the Olympics, so that's that. She emerged from 2024 Winter Cup as a balance beam champion and an all-around floor exercise bronze medalist. And she has some other notable achievements, including 1st place in the balance beam, floor exercise, and all-around categories in the junior division at the 2023 Winter Cup. Well, we're in 2024 now. So now we're going to see the start of the new generation of Olympians. She's 16 now. 4 years from now, she's going to be 20. So we're hoping to see her again in the next Olympics. So this is starting to usher in this new generation, and I think she is going to be someone to keep your eye on so you can see how well that new generation is going to perform coming up into these Olympics. And I think that is going to be really, really big. I think this is going to be very exciting for her. I think this whole team is going to be able to work really well together. There's actually a picture of her, I think at the age of 9, while Simone Biles was 19 years old, with a picture, something like that. And I'll see if I can find that picture and show you guys. But that just shows, she's going to play with her idols. She grew up watching Simone. These are her idols, and now she gets to play with them. Compete with them. Compete with them. And I think that she is going to be absolutely outstanding to watch. Very, very fun. The last woman we're going to talk about today, before we get into who the U.S.'s biggest competitors are, is Jordan Chiles. Jordan Chiles, I think, is going to surprise a lot of people when she comes out here. She's going to compete. She's going to be very, very well. She's going to do very, very well. I'm very excited to see these gymnasts perfect their craft in Paris. Tokyo was in 2020. Excuse me. I was thinking about Tokyo because I was looking at her things here. So let's go through her achievements real quick. Jordan, I think, is going to be very, very special to watch. 2020, of course, everybody but Rivera won a Olympic team silver medalist. So that was from 2020 up is where we're going to cover. 2022, she was a U.S. all-around and uneven bars and floor exercise bronze medalist. In 2022, she also was the world team champion and vault and floor exercise silver medalist. And then in 2023, she was the NCAA's uneven bars and floor exercise champion and all-around silver medalist. Also in 2023, she was the Pan American Games team champion, vault silver medalist, and all-around bronze medalist. She also advanced to the uneven bars final. So when I say that Jordan, I said her last, but she's definitely not least. She has a lot of history. She knows how to perform, and I think you're going to see her perform really well. She has medaled many of times, and I do not think she's done yet. And here's why I say that. In 2024 at the U.S. team trials, she won the uneven bar silver medalist. That's awesome, okay? I think she has a chance to do that again in these Olympics. And I think that's what a lot of people are going to be looking out for Jordan. I think she is going to be able to have that ability to go out there and perform and do her craft better than anybody else. And I'm really, really looking forward to her on the uneven bars. And I'm really hoping she can pull a silver out or a gold, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, she is talented and she is absolutely amazing to watch. So a lot of excitement on that aspect. Now, the two biggest competitors for the United States, I believe, will be the Brazil national team and the Chinese national team. Brazil is eyeing its first Olympic medal. It won its first world medal as a team last year. So maybe Brazil kind of gives the United States a run for the money. Now, don't let me say, I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to say it aloud because I'm a Team USA fan. USA is very much figured to get a lot of these golds. They're supposed to shine in gymnastics. This is a group of women that is supposed to shine, and they are expected to shine. So I think that you're going to see these Chinese and you're going to see Brazilians, and I think you're going to see a lot of great competition, but I still think you're going to see the United States women come out on top. Rebecca Andrade made her Olympic debut in Rio for Brazil. She actually, I think, her and Simone both debuted in Rio, if I'm not mistaken. She actually was the first Brazilian to claim artistic gymnastics, winning silver in the all-around and gold on the vault in Tokyo. She has absolutely done an amazing job, and I think she has a chance to come in here and do well again. But now you're going to still have to worry about Simone. You're not necessarily a shoo-in for gold on the vault. So I'm going to tell you right now that these two are going to be a lot to keep an eye on. These teams, of course, always perform well. China and Brazil always seem to have a great gymnastics group, and I'm looking very forward to seeing the competition they bring to Paris in just 15 days. Very exciting. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 2 of It's a Sports World. Today we were covering the women's gymnastics team. Join us as we're going to try to upload some more videos. We got a lot of things going on right now. A lot of this stuff requires a lot of research. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of days, trying to get research. You should see some more videos popping up over the next couple of days. I think my next video is hoping to be basketball this week. Now that the United States has finally got their group stages solidified, I'm hoping to do basketball this week. I also plan on starting a couple other things. I want to do a little deep dive into the whole track and field, not just Team USA, but I kind of want to take a look into that whole track and field event. Very, very excited. I grew up, we all watched Usain Bolt growing up. Maybe if you guys are watching newer, maybe you didn't. So it's always fun to talk about track and field. I'm very, very excited for that. And I would also probably say that, we're getting to this point where 15 days away, and it feels like, man, it is right here. And I'm so excited. You guys, again, like I have said before, you can always bring it back here. I'm going to keep you up to the minute updates. I'm going to try my best to keep you all the updates when the Olympics are going on. I'm trying to get you guys ready now for the Olympics before they start. But guys, for episode 2 and It's a Sports World, I'm Joshua Minker, and I appreciate you guys very much. I hope you all are having a great day. I hope you all are having a great week. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. And remember, it's just a sports world after all.